President Trump has signed a bill keeping the government funded and the offices open for another 2 weeks at least. Whether that is enough time to avoid another potential shutdown remains to be seen as this other fiscal cliff looms just before Christmas. Chief Congressional Correspondent Mike Emanuel is on Capitol Hill tonight.
Congress has bought itself 2 more weeks to finish up tax reform and work on other year-end fiscal issues. Votes last night in both the House and Senate will fund the government through December 22nd. And the top 4 congressional leaders are working with President Trump and his team on longer-term fixes.
Well, we hope we can come to an agreement. Funding the government is extremely important. Helping our soldiers is very important. And helping average citizens is very important. So we're here in the spirit of let's get it done.
Lawmakers focused on national security say Congress must invest more in rebuilding the military. Senate Armed Services Committee Chairman John McCain called another continuing resolution, quote, disappointing and unacceptable. And many in the House agree.
They do not want to look at the troops and say they're not funded and they're not getting their pay raise that we voted on earlier.
Sources say congressional leaders agree on boosting defense spending but disagree on a Democrat priority, more domestic spending. White House officials say they're open to addressing DACA, those children brought to this country illegally, but that should be separate from the fiscal matters. Lawmakers hope to strike a deal on spending caps in the next 2 weeks that will take them through next September. But they know they'll likely need to pass another stopgap measure while the appropriations committees fill in the blanks.
It's imperative that we get a budget cap deal done, and most importantly, it's important that we get tax reform done for the American economy and for the American citizens.
On tax reform, sources say the goal is a vote in the Senate on the conference report December 18th and the House December 19th. But Maine Senator Susan Collins isn't ruling out voting no on the final product if her key priorities get cut. A left-leaning group is warning up to 29 million U.S. households currently writing off donations, home loan interest, and state and local property tax deductions would lose out with tax reform.
And the Wall Street Journal was first to report some of President Trump's richest friends are pressing for changes. They're worried their taxes would soar and that tax reform would be bad for his home state of New York. Brett?
Mike Emanuel live on Capitol Hill. Mike, thanks.